Fountains Abbey in Yorkshire is a good place to watch hunting bats in action, including one of the most common, Daubenton's bat, also known as the water bat. Old stone bridges are a favourite roost. The water bat's chirps aren't exactly subtle. At 110 decibels, it makes more racket than a road drill. But like us, most of the insects it hunts can't hear ultrasound. As the bat homes in, its squeaks speed up. Insects have been bat prey since the dinosaurs were here, and some have got wise to the hunter's tricks. This moth has ears tuned direct to bat frequency, and lightning reactions to help it dodge attack. Power diving is a common moth escape technique, though crash landing in the water can backfire. The Daubenton's isn't called the water bat for nothing.
If you collected every species of mammal on Earth, a whopping 1 in 4 would be a bat. There's more than 1,300 species around the world. One is as small as my fingernail, another is as wide as my arms. There's a lot of bats out there. There's also a lot of bats in there. This is a very special place. Beneath our feet is the largest gathering of mammals on Earth. 20 million or so Mexican free-tailed bats. Now, for the past 10,000 summers or so, these bats have come up here for the summer in what's known as maternity colony to raise their pups, and they get hungry doing it. Every night around sunset, they head out to eat, and it is an unforgettable sight. Different species of bats eat pretty much every kind of food there is, but the bats that live here are insectivores. Now, a single Mexican free-tailed bat only weighs about as much as 2/4, but all in all, this population will eat 100 tons of insects in a single night. Now, by doing so, they save farmers billions of dollars a year in lost crops and pesticides that they don't have to use. TV weathermen around here used to see evening storms popping up on their Doppler radar, but then people on the ground would call in saying that there wasn't a rain cloud in the sky. That's because the radar was seeing this. Invading hordes of moths ride high-altitude winds toward croplands in the Midwest. Mexican free-tailed bats fly as high as 10,000 feet to intercept them in an epic aerial battle every night. Bats are the only mammals capable of powered flight without using airplanes, a skill they evolved separately from birds and insects. A bat's wing is actually a highly evolved hand, and the flexibility of their webbed wings means that they can generate more lift and maneuver even better than birds. Now, as highly adapted as they are, those flexible wings can't generate enough lift to carry the bats straight up out of the cave. So they fly in this sort of cyclone shape to create an updraft.
It's like a bat-nado. I hope you're listening, Sci-Fi Channel. It's a tornado made of bats. You know the old saying, blind as a bat? Well, bats are anything but blind. As they pour out of that cave by the millions, they depend on their eyesight to keep from crashing into each other. But once the hunt begins, in the dark of night, another sense takes over.
Do you hear that? No, me neither. Bat echolocation frequencies are above the range of human hearing, which is a really good thing. They're so loud, it's like holding a smoke detector 6 inches away from your ear. In fact, bats have to inactivate their own hearing system when emitting their calls so that they don't drive themselves deaf.
Their ears are actually angled to let them hear in stereo so they can triangulate the location of their prey. Scientists found that one moth is even able to jam bat sonar by producing clicks of its own.
Hungry bats make a lot of poop. In fact, there's more than 19 meters of guano at the bottom of this cave. Scientists ran out of drilling equipment before they found the bottom. Now, that bat guano decomposes and creates enough heat to keep all the little baby bats warm. Aww.
In addition to eating insects, some bats are important pollinators, or they disperse seeds from the fruit that they eat.
Even though bat populations like this one have been here probably since before humans have, they are in danger.
Urbanization is taking away habitats and food sources, and imported diseases like white nose syndrome are wiping out whole caves in the eastern United States and spreading. This fungus irritates the skin of hibernating bats, forces them to wake up and fly out when there's no food to eat. They basically starve and die of thirst thanks to an itch.
Despite their importance and how amazing they are, these incredible species are still feared and misunderstood. If you want to know more about what you can do to help bats around the world and just to learn more about these awesome animals, check out a link in the description to Bat Conservation International. They're the awesome people who brought us out here today. They own all of this land to protect this natural treasure.
If you want some more awesome bat science, check out these videos from our friends at Smarter Every Day and Minute Earth. Stay curious. Why am I blasting through the cosmos at full afterburner?
An object in motion stays in motion unless acted upon by an external force. So that means if I'm moving, I'll keep moving in the same direction even with my engines off.
Bats are the only flying mammals. Flying squirrels only glide. Bats are in their own scientific order called Chiroptera, meaning hand wing. The bat wing structure is similar to a human hand. There are 4 long fingers with thin skin stretched between them. The thumb is small, has a nail on it, and is useful for crawling, grooming, and holding onto food. There are 1,300 different kinds of bats in the world, making up about 1/4 of all mammal species. There are about 50 different species of bats that live in the United States and Canada. Most bat species live in the tropical regions of the world. Megabats are large bats found in the Old World tropic rainforests, like Australia, Asia, and Africa. These bats are also called flying foxes. They have large eyes, small ears, large bodies, and have a dog-like face. They either eat fruit or drink nectar from flowers. Microbats are small bats found all over the world. They have large ears, small eyes, small bodies, and use echolocation, or radar, to find their food. They eat a wide range of food. Bats that drink nectar are important pollinators of the organ pipe cactus and saguaro cactus in the United States. They're also pollinators of crops, including mango, cashews, balsa, agave, and bananas. Fruit bats around the world are important seed dispersers in the tropical rainforest. They're considered a keystone species, meaning that without them, many other plants and animals in the same ecosystem would be adversely affected. Bats eat a wide variety of food, including insects, fruit, nectar, fish, frogs, rodents, lizards, birds, and even blood. 70% are the primary predators of night-flying insects. Most bats are colonial, living together with others. They often live in dead trees, caves, bat houses, human buildings, rock crevices, and the underside of bridges. Some bats are solitary, living by themselves, mainly living in live trees. The biggest bat in the world is the Malayan flying fox, found in Asia. It weighs about 2 pounds and has a wingspan of about 6 feet. This bat only eats fruit. The smallest bat in the world is the Kitti's hognose bat, also called the bumblebee bat. It is found in Thailand and weighs about 2 grams. That's as much as a dime weighs. It has a 6-inch wingspan. Most bats in North America eat insects. As a matter of fact, one bat eats between 2,000 and 6,000 insects each night. There are 3 species of vampire bats. They live in southern Mexico, Central America, and South America. Vampire bats are small bats that drink blood from cows, goats, pigs, and chickens. They have an anti-clotting enzyme in their